All right, so this past weekend, Memorial Day weekend, I went to Detroit to reconnect with some old friends, hang out with them. Hadn't seen them in a few years, so dude, we had a great time. We had good food, we had good drinks, and just did a lot of cool stuff. Saw really cool things. Walked around downtown. It had changed a lot since I had last been there. But dude, Saturday night, holy crap, man. I can't stop thinking about it, and you need to hear about it. So I watched three different married women, three, all of them, cross boundaries right in front of me like it was nothing. Like it was nothing. Like their husbands didn't even exist. They dissociated from their marriages. That ring on their finger was just jewelry at this point. That's it. And by the end of the night, dude, I felt so sorry for every man who was married to those women. So let's talk about it. So, okay, we're at a pretty nice restaurant in downtown Detroit. I had some short ribs. Dude, they were incredible. And next to us, there was a couple that was celebrating the husband's birthday, right? And one of my friends started talking with them because they had a dessert with a lit candle, so they'd sing the whole happy birthday thing. So obviously it's his birthday, and that's how we found that out. And she started talking to the wife, and they were hitting it off. They're more social than I am. The guy, he did mention that he was just bouncing back from being sick, and she also she talked a lot for him, saying that he was more reserved and things like that. But he was rallying for his birthday for her. I think that's the vibe I got. Because the dude, he just wanted to be on the couch. Honestly, he looked like he just wanted to be at home, resting on the couch, and I can relate to that, dude. But yeah, his wife was just a completely different energy. You could tell she was extroverted, like she got energy from other people. She was obviously more outgoing than he was, and so her and my friend, they hit it off, and the conversation went to karaoke. They started talking about karaoke, and dude, I'm always down for karaoke, always down. And conveniently enough, there was a spot that wasn't too far, that was within walking distance. And so after we cashed out, we all just walked over there. And now, up to this point, nothing weird. Nothing weird. Just two groups of people just meeting, hanging out, kind of hitting it off. And so we get into the karaoke spot. And there's a room with the bar, and then there's another room where the karaoke is. And so we sit down at the bar before heading into the karaoke room. And so it's me and the husband, and then his wife, and then a few of my friends. And we're not saying much. Me and the husband. We're just kind of sitting there, and it's mostly just his wife and one of my friends. She was carrying the conversation, and then that's fine. It's totally normal. They were just talking about work or something, and we were just kind of just zoned out. But then these two women, they waltz up to the right of us and sit down. Both middle-aged, both married, both hammered. Right? They start talking to us, mentioned that they're married. They're obviously hammered. And they said they were having a girls' night, right? Automatically in my head, I'm like, oh, that's not good. So yeah, and then one of them, the most hammered of the two, she started complaining about her marriage, right? To strangers, to absolute strangers that she had just met. It was within 5 minutes of sitting down. We learn a lot about them within that 5 minutes. And then about 7 minutes in, this group of dudes, they walk up to her, the most drunk one, and she entertains it. She starts talking to them, and looked like that she was really enjoying the attention, and seemed that like there was a lot of flirting going on both sides, with her ring on full display. Right? That didn't matter. So we got up and we left and went to the karaoke room. Right? Left her to do whatever the heck she was gonna do. I didn't know her. None of us did. So other than that 5 minutes, but yeah. So, but they weren't done hanging out with us. They eventually followed. So when we hopped into the karaoke, we put our songs in. I did All the Small Things by Blink-182, obviously, because I can do a flawless Tom DeLonge affectation. Crowd loved it. I am really good at being an entertainer on stage during karaoke. I come alive. I don't know what it is. Otherwise, I have complete stage fright. So, and I was not drunk or anything. I had like 2 drinks, and then after that, I did Skater Boy, right, with the same Tom DeLonge voice. I do everything with the Tom DeLonge voice, or something with falsetto. Maybe I'm doing Toto by Africa, use some falsetto with that, or Welcome to the Jungle. Knees. So yeah. But what sucked is they only had All the Small Things. They didn't have I Miss You, where I could be like, where are you? And I'm so sorry. They didn't have that one. I was really bummed out. But yeah, like I said, I'm a fantastic entertainer on the karaoke stage. All right, I'm a little arrogant. I have a right to be, because it's true. So just the round of applause was intense. But anyways, enough about me. But yeah, in between songs, the birthday husband's wife, she started talking to me a bit more, and we realized that we have a lot in common as far as music goes, a lot of similar tastes. And what I noticed was that she was touching my arm a lot, and getting more friendly and getting closer. And I'm just sitting there thinking, dude, your husband's literally right across the table. He already doesn't want to be here. He looks like he'd rather be elsewhere at home on the couch. And he's just sitting there while his wife just hits it off with some guy she just met. And just think about that, right? If I were married, I would not tolerate that, not for a second. And I empathize with the guy. I really did, because he's now trapped in this contract of, he seemed pretty complacent and just kind of he's just going along with it while his wife is just openly connecting with another man. It's just physically, emotionally, just right in front of him. It was just, all I was doing was just being polite. I was just saying, yeah, I like this band or that band. She's like, oh my gosh, you have to listen to this, and this, and just kept touching me every time. I didn't touch her at all. I was just talking. But then those 2 hammered chicks, the 2 hammered married women, they came back, and they wandered into the karaoke room. And the one who was complaining the most about her husband, she's now. So when my friends were up singing their songs, people were dancing. I felt like dancing, so I went up there to support my friend and to dance. And now she's dancing next to me, right? The really hammered one. She ended up like rubbing up against me. Like every time my friends performed, I'd go up and dance, and she was right there. I didn't invite that. I didn't invite that. I didn't encourage that. And I'm not bragging about it. I'm just saying. I'm telling you because of what it reveals, right? These women, they had zero shame, and what looked like zero self-awareness, and obviously zero respect for the men that they were married to. Men who were probably at home, maybe thinking about their wives, and thinking they were dumb enough to allow them to go out there like that, thinking they were just going to have this harmless night out, right? It's just like, dude, you do realize that if women are going out on a girls' night, that they're going to be approached by other men. It's not a good situation. And just thinking about it as I was walking back to the hotel, because I was spent. I wanted to go to bed. But yeah, all those boundary violations, right? The wife at dinner, the drunk women at the bar, like they aren't exceptions. There were a lot of women there. God knows how many other of them were out on a girls' night and they were actually married. That's now the norm. That's now the norm. The women in that room were so loud, and the men were more reserved. The tables have flipped. If you watch Mad Men, you would have men with their women, And the men were doing the talking. They were talking about work to themselves. And the women were talking amongst themselves, but maybe at a quieter tone and level. They weren't dominating over their husbands, but that was not the case. Women were just dominating over men constantly in this place. And I saw that throughout the city in various places that we were. And it reinforced the feminization of men and how men are just so passive now. And all I can do is just watch this. And I have just this, it's more of this existential experience for me, because I'm seeing the bigger picture of what this means, what this entails for society at large, like where we're heading. That's just the way my mind, that's what I think about when I see those things and experience those things. But this is what women do when they think nobody, well, this isn't even when they don't think anybody's watching. People are watching, they don't care. They don't care who watches at all. And the husband at dinner, he wasn't a bad guy. He's not a bad guy. He's just a man who signed up for this contract that does not protect him. And he sat there impotently while his wife connected with another man, me. Because the alternative, right, speaking up, maybe setting a boundary, causing a scene, that's not allowed in the script that he was handed, right? And then those drunk women, their husbands probably have no idea what happened, what they were doing, what they were up to that night. They were at home, probably thinking everything's fine. It's a sad state of affairs. And this is why I choose solitude. This is why so many men, they choose solitude. And why I tell men to be careful. And it's not because women are evil. That's not what I'm saying. There are evil women out there. There are evil people out there, men and women. What I'm saying is this system that we live under, this gynocentric system, it rewards this behavior. It fully supports women doing this, and it frowns on the men who call it out and even punishes them. The husband who sits silently, he'll get called secure. You're insecure if you say something, but if you bite your tongue and you keep your mouth shut, then okay, you're cool. You're a cool, secure guy. Right? But yeah, the man who says, no, this is not okay. This is not okay. This isn't right. We're married. You shouldn't be touching and talking to other dudes, especially right in front of me, shamelessly. But yeah, if he would have done that, he would have been called controlling. I would have loved it if he would have said that, because I wanted to, but I didn't want to cause a scene either. Plus, it's not my wife. So it's not my place. It's not my circus, not my monkeys, so to speak. But yeah, I mean, you can be the best man in the room, and still be the one getting disrespected. The only way to get self-respect in this town is through solitude, right? It's not loneliness. Yeah, you can get lonely at times, sure. I was a little lonely, so I went and visited some friends. Went to Detroit, visited some friends, had some fun, had some social interaction, and was able to have this experience to share with you, so that this can help bring into perspective just how, I hate to say the Gen Z term, but cooked everything is. So that's all I got for you. So just be mindful of this. Watch this again if you need to, okay? Just take it all in and set proper boundaries. And if you're gonna enter into a relationship with a woman, really vet her first. You do not find a girlfriend or a wife at a bar, okay? I don't care if it is karaoke. You don't find her out there. You don't find her on dating apps. You don't find her at bars. You don't find her at clubs, okay? I don't know, maybe go to the library or something. The coffee shop. Anywhere that doesn't have alcohol and loud music, okay? All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that one, and yeah, see you on the next one.